I'm going to walk very slowly across the screen, and I believe you're looking at me. Don't look at me. Don't. You're not supposed to see me. I'm a creepy baby. Creepy baby. I'm a creepy baby. So when we was talking the other day, you told me you like jewelry. And so I've been showing you all the jewelry here. And if you're having a good time and you want to subscribe to the channel, we won't be mad about that. Anyway, I will take over her show. This is a big, heavy. This is very heavy. It's a heavy stone. Here, I'll hold it for you. Oh, that's better. That'd be awesome, actually, if you could go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Because, you know, I'm Creepy Baby and tell everybody all of the things I know about jewelry. I'm Creepy Baby. Shh, you didn't see me. Walking very slowly across the screen. You'll never see me. Ha 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 ha. Hello, hello. I have another big old bag of fun today. Oof, this is a mystery jewelry lot from CHKD near me. And I've been popping by there past couple of weeks looking for a new one. And all that they have had is a giant bag of paparazzi. And nothing wrong with paparazzi. Oh my God, this is heavy. But I didn't really want to do a bag of paparazzi. Although it would be educational because there are a lot of things that you see and you're not, you don't know they're paparazzi. It's good to know. Some of their pieces are actually rather cute, but putting that aside, we're going to go through this lot today. Hoping to get a couple of recordings in the bank because Jeff and I are heading out for a little bit and I won't be able to do videos for a couple weeks. So you can email me about anything that you see in here and I'll let you know, depending on when these videos come through on YouTube, when I'll be able to ship. But of course, when I'm out of town, I won't be able to ship because I'm on vacation. I guess I could, but I'm just going to wait till I get back if that's okay with you guys. I'm sure it is. Anyway, thanks for popping by. My name is Tina, if I didn't mention that when I started the video. That's neat. And I want to say, I get distracted. I'm looking at the jewelry and forget, the words leave my head. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good time going through this jewelry with us. And if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, that would be a great help to me. If you could please, please, please hit the like button. I'm really trying to get my channel moving and it has stalled. For some reason, I'm like in the doldrums. Maybe that there's 950 million trillion bajillion people who do this. And, that's my cut. I don't know. Anyway, if you could hit the like, if you have anybody who you think might be interested in watching content like this, if you could give them, share a link, that would be fabulous too. But anyway, that is my spiel on that one. My least favorite thing to do, as I've mentioned before. If you do happen to see anything when we're going through the bag, give me an email at amberfieldmousejewelry@gmail.com. If you could please send me a screenshot of the piece, it just makes it so much easier. And the price that I told you that I would be charging, if any price. And then I'll send you an invoice and we'll get everything right out to you. All right? So oh God, this is heavy. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the price tag. It was $59.98 at CHKD. Man, that is a heavy bag. And I have beat myself up. We had a yard sale this weekend. Got a big old bruise there. Cut my arm there. My elbow's hurting me. Wham, 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 wham. Anyway, so it was heavy picking up that bag. Goodness gracious. All right. First out of we have a Stay Abreast. GWGCDC. I don't know what that means. Anybody have an idea on that one? Says it's just an abbreviation for the manufacturer, I believe, on that. So there's a little breast cancer awareness pin. If anybody wants that one, you can have it for $2. I'm going to try to price where I'm going here. All right, we have a little earring, another little earring, little fan. Get hot, you can use that to fan yourself. I did see something disgustingly dirty in here, and hopefully Actually, the rest of it doesn't seem too bad. That's a cute little earring. Oh, I think we have a match there. Nope, we don't. We just have a similar type. All right, let's see if we can get something out besides little crumbs on the bottom. Yeah, they paparazzi'd me a bit here. I think this is paparazzi. Feels like paparazzi. These would be some fabulous. Well, maybe not. Does paparazzi have rope ties? Anyway, would be absolutely fantastic craft beads. So I think what I might do is pop those in a craft bead lot around Christmas time. Oh yeah, baby. I'm getting a little selfish thinking maybe I'll keep them, but no, Tina, you don't need any more stuff. And then we have some huge pink ones. Well, if anybody does want these, let me just put a price on them. We'll do them three, and then we have some cocoa nuts to bop here. That was Baby Bop from Barney. Anybody subjected to that when your children were small? Here we go. This one's actually kind of cute. A little bit of color loss in that one coconut piece there, but lots of good craft pieces here, or wearable. And again, 3 for that one. Here's another Bow Chicka Mau Wow one. These are some really big discs. Look at those. You could definitely do something with that. Okay. This one feels different to me, but the closure's the same, so probably not. I don't know. So we'll say 3 on that as well. Oh, we have a matching bracelet. That's fun. I've never seen a bracelet with this. It's usually just the enormous necklace. So we'll do that one for 2. And then we have the same piece, but in brown. Well, that was half the bag. At least it's like, we know there's going to be a lot more jewelry in here, because I'll tell you, that was a heavy bag. So this one we can do for 3. Let me get these out of the way, because they seem to have just taken up the entire table with that one fell swoop. So those down. Wow, it sounds like I threw them across the room, didn't it? I didn't, I promise. Alrighty. I realize I say that all the time. Alrighty. Yuck. These chains are tangled, nondescript. One is green and the rest are black. I think that would make good craft stuff. So put that in craft. Here's a gigantic bib, very dirty. That would be really fun to play with people who do resin, like my sister Beth. And if you're ever interested in watching some jewelry being repaired or actually made with resin, if you can pop over to her channel. It's New Life Jewelry Creations, and she's fun. She does lots of good stuff over there. So I'm going to say 2 on this one if anybody wants it. All right. Pretty easy pricing here so far, because nothing great. A little heart that's a little messed up. Little angel pin that needs a clean. Now, did somebody buy that, or did somebody make that? It certainly is factory sealed. How about that? Made in China, I believe it says. Somebody was selling it for 25 cents. All right, I'll probably put that in a lot of things, which is, I think I just threw it off the other side. I did. I'm using a different table today because we had our yard sale this weekend. Oh my goodness. And my table is still understuffed down in the garage, so I just grabbed this one so I could have something to sit on. We've got some useful craft pieces here. These are all acrylic. So $2 if anybody wants those useful craft pieces. I'm hoping we see some good stuff in here. So far, I'm not impressed, but you know, I always need stuff for craft lots. So, not hating on it. Oh my goodness. More, this is kind of like a bubble. Let me say this one might not be so bad. These are all pin set pearls, kind of like a bubble bath design around the neck. There we go. There's the opening. And I think one of the, yeah, we've lost some pearls on here. Ooh, hair. In this one, it seems to be rather broken, but these pearls, especially since the pins are in pretty good shape, if you find some of these pearls that aren't, you know, messed up, you could definitely make some things with those. So I'm not going to detangle these one from another because they're craft stuff. And you know, all right, here's another maybe fun to play with resin piece or wear. And we'll say 3 for that one. Well, this is not so exciting so far. Hopefully we get more fun. All right, here's another little earring. Big earring, bigger earring. Actually, that was smaller. This one. Oh, that looks like a pendant. And it is sterling. So that's fun. Is it sterling? It feels very light. Let me get my little block of thing over here. My block of thing. Yeah, scratching like sterling. Give it a minute. You guys see that? There's a reflection in it. I'm still not convinced. I'm going to do a bit deeper scratching here. Because there might have been some rhodium on it. That does look rhodium plated. This hair. I should tell them to hold the hair when I buy these bags. Keep that for somebody else. Somebody else might want that hair, but we're good here at Amberfield Mouse Jewelry. I saw a bit of a silver reaction there, but again, I'm not. All right. Going for gold. Going for gold. Going for silver, really, but I don't know about that one, folks. I'll look into it a little bit and get back to a little bit of sterling reaction, but not enough to say so. That's a bizarre looking little fish, isn't it? Oh, earrings. Oh, here's a pair. These are acrylic little numbers. They're okay. If anybody wants them, $2, but other than that, I'm going to lot them up. And I say two, let's say one on those, but minimum order of $5 because it actually winds up costing me to send you stuff if it's below that. And this is a 1928 piece that was probably going to be very pretty once it's clean. So let me clean that one up. Throw it against the wall like that. That was rude. Ooh, that's pretty. Very shiny little. No info on it, but let's see if we get the other. Looks like we've got some more paparazzi here. I think what they did with that paparazzi that nobody bought is maybe shove it all in the bottom of the bag and camouflage it with some interesting looking pieces that we haven't gotten to yet. Let's say $2 on that. It's well, let me just make sure it's whole, because if you do happen to want to wear it for a necklace, you might be interested to know that. Okay, sorry, I've got it back here so I can, yeah, it is. It's just still tangled, but lots of good pieces on there for crafting too. $2 if you want the necklace to wear. I feel like I'm flying through these, and I apologize if I'm going too fast and not letting you look at things, but I just kind of was thinking that nobody's really going to be too awfully interested in a bunch of paparazzi pieces. This piece, however, is pretty cool. What is this? This is a pretty thing. Look at that. Look at that focal piece. Very nice. Are we missing stones? We're missing stones, you maniac, you. I like this necklace, though. Love, really pretty design, don't you think? Let me see if I can pop some stones back in there. Figure this out, and we'll bring it back to y'all. Y'all? I just said y'all. I'm from New York. We don't say y'all. Little black bangle. Oh, this is pretty. Looks like we have some gemstones in there, too. I would venture a guess, and I'll get my Presidium out and double check, but I would definitely say that's probably a garnet, rock crystal, and this could be dyed quartz, or it could be another stone, but we'll get the Presidium out and check it out if we get the other. Broken pieces going into craft. Dirty earring. Here is a ring that is got a lot of wear on it, and it says, "Be healthy, be happy." well, good advice, but worn. This one is pretty much worn as well, and it's missing 2 rhinestones, so that's going to go in a bucket of something. Looks like we have some more paparazzi here. $2. Let's hope that we don't get the. I really do hope this is not all paparazzi. That would be irritating. That's interesting. Any costumers out there? This would definitely be a good piece to have if you do any sort of costuming for plays or anything like that. Definitely looks could be very tribal or very Egyptian. It's cheap as can be. So cheap. So cheap. But, you know, in an application that's not just fine jewelry, it could be very useful. So I'll put that in crafting as well. All right, what is this one? Got a little earring there. What all the loop-de-loops we have. That's kind of an interesting design. Very industrial with the, it actually looks like it's a functioning piece of hardware on something. That's acrylic. Are you acrylic? Yeah, you're acrylic. And we have a lot of wear. Or is that supposed to be like a grade metal? I think right there it's a grade metal. This one needs to be cleaned a little bit. So let me clean it, and if it's anything that I think anybody would like once it's had a bath, I'll bring it back. If you're going, oh, no, I want it dirty. That sounded weird. This is a very beat up Avon piece that's going in craft. Somebody could use that little bit of abalone there. All right. I have some gray pearls. We'll just say $1 for those if anybody wants them. This is somebody's EKG. What is this? That's kind of interesting. I think that would be cool for a craft piece to use as, in some sort of sculpting or something. I don't see any indication of who it's made by. It does have the feel of a less expensive piece. So we'll say $1 on that one too. I know I'm flip-flopping back and forth from $2 to $1. So let's just say the large wooden things in the beginning, those will be, I'm going to bring them down to, did I say 3 before? I'll say 3. And then any other piece that I put over there for craft will do for $1. Let me correct myself because I'm sure I was very confusing with all that stuff. Okay, I think this is the thing that was disgusting. It is. Who puts that in a bag? Be better people over there. Come on, that's crazy. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and hope they didn't see that, but it's almost a biohazard, right? We don't know what that is. And it's a part and parcel of this whole piece, and I'm just going to chuck it underneath because I don't know what that is, and I truly don't want to know. Another great piece for crafting, $1. Crafting, $1. Ooh, that's neat. Look at that big old bauble. Lego. 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 I thought that was a zipper for a moment. I'm not sure what's going on there. Is that an earring? There's got to be something. Something must have fallen off that. Looks like some of those homemade earrings from the lot we had a couple of videos ago. Well, this is a neat piece. Look at that big old thing. I don't see, not because I think it's an expensive thing, but I want to look that up to see what it is because it's a nice quality piece. So let me do that. I mean, quality piece. It's heavy, and usually with jewelry, when it's a heavier thing, it's better quality, and that feels it's better quality. This is kind of shot. That's going in craft. Oh, that's a cute little bead. All by its lonesome. Okay, earrings. I'm just going to pop all the earrings over there and we'll go through them later. Oh, that's a pretty button. Look at that. I'm going to put that in my button collection. Okay, dokie dokie. More earrings. We'll see what's going on with those. More. All right, here we have some pearls that feel very scabats. And we have a bonus chain here. How the heck did you get in there? Oh, I see. I see. You're not magic. You're just tangled. And these are actually some very nice feeling glass pearls. And they're not actually too bad. I'm concerned about that. If that was a little Susie Home Jeweler fix or if it was something else, but I did see a couple of nicks on that pearl, but just the one so far. But I like, I'm so sorry, I have my setup a little bit different, and I was thinking I'm going to get away with the whole video without hitting the camera, but I guess I thought wrong. These need a bath, so they're going to the bath. All right, what do we have here? This is huge if it's a bracelet. I mean, enormous. I could fit that on my ankle. Must be, I think that's a man's bracelet? Let me see. Yeah, it's loose on my ankle. Maybe it's an anklet. I'm going to say it's an anklet. You know, I'll look and see if I can find one online to see if it's an anklet or not. Who knows? Here's a little piece of something that looks like it may have been a Sarah Coventry at one point. Those are neat pieces. I like to hang on to those. And a little earring. Another little bob hole. That's an Avon back. Cufflink. Aw. The Yankees. Isn't that cute? Wonder if we have another. If not, that'd be a cute little shelf sit well. Yeah, you can sit up. Here's another one of those little beads, all loose in the bag. This is gross. Let's see if I can get it unhooked from everything else. Up, up. Okay, we have the two pieces of that. Which is great because you know what? I had one of these the other day that was magnetic and just had the one. I wonder what I did with it. I wonder if they'll fit. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Earring. Earring. I'm going to put this in craft because the chain might be something somebody could use. And these are just little girl BFF necklaces. I'll probably pop those up in my booth for some little girls to buy. Be a fun thing for them to find, right? Now this one's magnetic as well. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Yay. All right. Over here with you. This is a little broken angel. Oh, that's sad. A broken angel. That looks very much like Avon, but I don't know if it is or not. It just has that flare to me. And here's a giant, very dirty earring. We'll see what it looks like when it's cleaned. This one we did have because I remember thinking how foul that is. Huh. Well, maybe it's a part of, I thought it was an earring. Maybe it's part of some, there we go. Oh, yeah, it was part of an earring. Well, let me see what happens with those when they're cleaned and if I can easily attach a wire or not. Another one, another one, another one. Little nanatar. That's what my son Kevin called them when he was 2. He's now, nowadays grown up. He's actually very, very successful bassist, guitarist, lead singer. So it's funny. He immediately took to them when he was little. I'm going to say $1 on this. It's, another one of those whoopsie doopsies. Whoopsie doopsies. This stretch is not fab, but it could be restrung. Huh. Look at that. I like the way they've alternated the cuts of the stones on there. And I think these might be. I'm going to check those out once once I get my Presidium out here and see what we have. Little bead, little bead. Oh, there's a bunch of these. I wonder what those went to. Oh, there's that other, looks like an ichthus. And that, it's just not very inviting. Earring back. Oh, that's musical notes. Very filthy earring. Wow. Lots of hair. This is not fabulous, is it? Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's cute. Rock on with your bad self. Oh, I like this one. Hopefully we get the others. Very Victorian. I love these types of earrings. Let's see if we get that. Oh, we got the other one of those Avon looking ones. I'm going to clean all this up and see what things look like clean because they're just not pretty right now. That's actually not too bad. It's Hishi beads that appear to be shell. That appears to be stone. I rather like that. Needs a new jump ring right there. Somebody did not do a good job putting that on, but I like the colors. The pink with the brown and beige and gray. Nice combination. Here is a little earring. Are you gold? Ooh, we might have a little pair of gold earrings here because it does say something right there. I can feel it. I just have to, well, let me see if I have I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I have my loop. I took our little friend downstairs to put underneath my Andon star, and it is definitely 14 karat gold. So let's hope we get the other one. I got this pair of earrings cleaned up, and aren't they gorgeous? Look how feminine and delicate and just pink those are. I absolutely love the color in that satin glass on the petals and the pretty, pretty little rhinestones that are just a little bit darker than that pink satin glass. Just such a beautiful look. This portion of the earring is 1.5 inches long. They're on very nice wires. And if you would like this pair of earrings, they're available to you for $8. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This pendant, I was actually able to get a positive sterling silver reading on. It's a Ross Simons, and they are notorious for heavily coated with rhodium. So oftentimes you'll find you can't get a positive for a bit on these until you really scratch down on the surface, and you can see where you can't really see anything on here that I have done, to scratch into the metal. So it didn't damage it at all. These are CZs. The pendant itself is 3/4 of an inch long, and the pendant by itself is available to you for $10. I do have some sterling silver chains if you're interested in one to go with it, and you want to buy the pendant, just mention it in the email, okay? This cleaned up so nicely. This is beautiful amber glass. Absolutely gorgeous, set on bronze. Typically you see 1928 on antique gold and not on this bronze color, but it's so pretty. This is very Victorian. I love this. And that's the thing about 1928. It's Victorian. Gorgeous, gorgeous thing. This one you can adjust it from 16 to 19 inches on here. And I absolutely love this piece. This is a 1928 before, they started making them overseas. It's gorgeous. And how about for this one, we say 10. I don't mean to rush through this, but I've recorded this portion 3 times now. And I'm kind of sick of those pieces. Not really sick of those pieces, but just irritated in general that I keep having issues with the microphone. You would think I'd learn. Tons of earrings here. I'm just going to kind of pick them up, and we'll mate them up once we get through the bottom of this. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, I love that. That's a happy little earring. Soccer ball looks like a shrinky dink, doesn't it? Much, much thicker than a regular. Oh, we have a pair of those. So we'll check those out. Ooh, I love that. That's gorgeous. Hope we get that one. More. Oh, looks like we got the other Oh, we got a two-fer here. A three-fer. So we have the match to this one. That's awesome. And then I think we saw this one. Oh, did we get this one before? Or did I just, yeah, we did right here. So we have this pair. And then we have the little Yankees snowman. How cute. Yeah, I want to do the earrings all in, one shot just to make it easier. Oh, this is a black bangle that's not all that exciting. More earrings. Boy, there are tons and tons of these things. Tons and tons and tons of them. There's the other one. They must be serious about that. I don't know. Okay. Remember we found that one and I thought it must be broken. Unless both of them are broken. That is cute. Oh, I love it. Little wooden earring. That's so pretty. Little tinny thing. I think that was probably Santa Claus at one point, you think? We'll close that up so he doesn't lose his whatever. Maybe we'll find the pieces in the bottom. Oh boy. Oh gracious, look at this. Oh, I like those. Oh, it's a snow globe. Whatever that is. These are in nice shape. Another one. Okay. Little owl. I don't know if that's an earring or a necklace, but we'll see. Let's see if we can get some of this untangled. Wowza, I took a second and untangled some of that because it was crazy. Okay, I got this big old one out. And aren't these beads awesome? They look like eggs. I have no idea who this necklace is made by. Maybe I'll take a minute and look it up where they put the neck. Here it is. I think we need to see this one on the neck. It's really cool. Look at this. It's big and gaudy, but I'm loving it. Listen to that. What's not to love about that? Really pretty double chain. Nice and shiny. Of course, you can tell when you hold it in your hands it's not gold because it's so heavy and just, what gold feels like. This doesn't feel like gold, but it looks like it from a distance. And I love that. Look at that look. It closes with a lobster clasp. Had a price tag on it, but who knows where that went. Oops, bonking the camera. I moved my setup over this way because I just needed to. Anyway, I don't know who made this, so I'm just going to price it out anyway. I'm going to say if you like this one, you can have it for $7. And if it's made by some ultra cool designer who doesn't feel the need to put his name on his jewelry or her jewelry, then that's really cool. It's so cool. I like that one. All right, this one is probably Paparazzi, I would imagine. Wish they'd get a to something and get their marks on their jewelry. They have so much of it out there, You'd think they'd give us an Omi on that. I'm just going to get a wipe and wipe the face of those rhinestones off. Because I have a feeling they're going to be really pretty when they get the dirt off their faces. And I was right. Man, this paper towel underneath is mangled because I was untangling on it. That is really a shiny piece. Look at this. That would be great at Christmas time. You can pull that type of thing off at the holidays, I don't know if it's Paparazzi or not. It's not one I've ever seen. But I'm going to say if you want this one, you can have it for $5. Because if it's Paparazzi, it's going to be one of their newer pieces that goes for about $20. Look at the color in those stones. That's awesome. And the metal is almost like a rosy gold. That is really pretty, though. I do like that. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Boom. Okay. I'm getting loopy. I've been fighting this jewelry for so long. Loopy, I say. All right, I'm just giving this one a quick wipe down because it's another one we got to see with a clean face. Big old heart pendant. I would imagine this one probably is Paparazzi. Shiny heart. That'd be fun for a little kid. They probably love wearing that. Little girl who likes blue. If anybody wants this one, you can have it for $3. Little pieces there are cute too. And I know I'm zooming through these, but they're not anything, you know, I think anybody's going to be over the moon for. Okay, this is an interesting copper one, probably also paparazzi, but pretty. Nice long chain. That chain is probably, let me get my ruler back here. Yeah, this is 20 inches, so nice 20-inch drop on that. And if you want this one, you can have it for 2. I wouldn't be shocked if we found matching earrings because you know how they roll. More earrings. There's a ton of earrings over here. My goodness, you won't believe the earrings. Tons. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, this is a Leah Sophia. Yeah, I saw this one when I was untangling. I have this one somewhere. Very pretty. Lots of little thingies hanging down. Lots of movement when you wear this piece. Gunmetal black in the back. Back in black. Do. Crystals are all pretty. They need cleaning, so they're probably going to shine better with a little clean. Let me just show you that. Oh, sorry about the concussion. Let's see how they're much shinier. They just need a wipe down. Beautiful piece. Leah Sophia made very good quality jewelry. Mother of pearl. Have some acrylic pieces. This one was glass. That one is glass. But just a lovely little necklace. And that one's got to flip back over for me. There we go. And if you want this Leah Sophia, you can have it for 9. This is gorgeous. Look at that. It's a stretch. Look at the craftsmanship on that one. I don't know if this was machine made or person made. I don't think I really care. It's gorgeous. That oil slick AB coating. So pretty. And it's one size fits most. It's my beautiful Band-Aid. It really does highlight the Band-Aid, doesn't it? Oh, that's so pretty. And look what great shape those are in, too. Especially they've just come out of a bag and they look that good. And I would imagine that they're dirty. I do clean everything. Unless it's craft stuff, and then it's craft stuff, so you're probably going to rip it apart and do stuff that's going to require it to be cleaned anyway. So this is gorgeous. If anybody wants this one, you can have it for 5. Look how pretty that is. You like it a lot. A little piece of something. Let me see, is anything else loose? Yes, I got a couple more things loose here. This one is multi-beaded number. I'm kind of full in a china shop here. Okay, so this is very long. And this one is, probably about the lowest part. Let me back it on up here so I can give you an actual number instead of trying to guess. Yeah, 40. This one, the lowest one is a 20-inch drop. So basically what we have is we have the top part that's single that goes down into a triplet down here. And then you have the wooden beads on a separate strand. These look like some glass pony beads, and then also glass pony beads in different colors. It's like we have some benchwork glass there. It's pretty. You know, you don't have any choice except to wear it long because you can't really wrap it around, being that the top strand is just one by itself. But very pretty piece. And if anybody wants this one, you can have it for 5. And I just threw an earring or something at myself. Oh, a little piece of stone. I stoned myself. I'm stoned. Not really. Okay, this is cute. Needs a bath, but it's cute. Little costume piece. Yeah, just silver tone, but so pretty. Look at this. That little heart. In very good shape. Chain is in good shape. We are looking at a 18-inch chain. Let me just give it a wipe down just so we can see it sparkle. And see how the sparkles. Oops, I got a dab there because I'm getting the wipe caught in those prongs. We don't want to do that. They are prong set. That just reminded me to tell you that. Oh yeah, the chain is looking much better now that's having a little bath here. Beautiful little necklace. And if anybody wants this one, you can have it for 4. Isn't that sweet? It really is pretty. All right, another little earring. Cute. I wonder if somebody made these, or I think they must have been manufactured in the store. Just looking at the cuts on that, unless somebody has some sort of laser cutter or something, which may be. All right, look at this one. And I think I know I pulled this out in the beginning, either talking to myself when I was just untangling, and one of the many times the microphone died, or I don't know. But it's beautiful. The only problem is that the color is coming off these peach shells. So this is sadly going to be craft. But look at these footballs. Aren't those beautiful beads? I love them. Love those beads. Okay. I didn't get anything else untangled in all that time. That's crazy. I worked untangling forever there. Let me see if anything else is loose. Oh, here we go. This is loose. This is most definitely paparazzi. And let's give it a little wipe down. I always get the bust wet when I do this because I don't have the presence of mind until I see that I've made a little wet stain on it to lift it up like this and wipe them. I'm just kind of wiping it directly on, and it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, you're such a goof, Tina. It looks to me like this stone lost the back coating on it, so this one is going into craft. Those stones could definitely be useful. Rhinestone harvest, you know. All right. Oh, this is cute. Look at this. I don't think this is paparazzi. I don't know. Look at that. Oh gosh, that's adorable. That is adorable. Those little heart-shaped pearls. The little chandelier look going down. Oh, I love that. Again, not an extremely expensive piece, but it is really cute. Really, really cute. Has quite a bit of an extender on there, and you can certainly make this a, you can bring this up choker length, which would be adorable. Or let it hang down a little bit further. Oh, I love this one. And if you love it, you can have it for $5. There's the back, great shape. No color loss or anything like that. Little pearls. That's sweet. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm whacking everything here. That one looks familiar. I think that's a paparazzi. All right, I'm going to pull 1 or 2 more pieces, and then I'm going to call it a video. Probably clean up here and just restart because I need to get 2 done. This is an old, just beads, and they're kind of a mess. They might clean up, but yeah, we're losing AB coating there, so I'm going to put these in craft. I moved the camera a little bit, so hopefully I'll stop beating on you. Oh, wow. Look at this one. Look at that thermostat. I didn't see this one when I was untangling. That was hiding on. Oh, it's a listener? Oh, cool. It looks like it's a mess, so I don't know. Oh, gosh, come on, let go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There. I know, it's a really cool old necklace, and everybody wants to be its friend, but you can talk later in the bag. Sometimes I talk to myself so much, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a family trait. All right, so the gold on the back is kind of also oh, there's a lot of verdigris there. This is a piece I might take the time to see if what I can do with it. Let me see if that's going to shine up under there or if that's completely degraded. Yeah, there's some ickies on there, isn't it? Oh. But just so you can see some of the older pieces, look at that. Have all those shades of orange, and there's all the way to butterscotch on that. How pretty. I would really like to clean that up and see if I can at all rehab it. Now, the snail chain is interesting. I'm not seeing anywhere that would indicate that that would have been gold previously, but this certainly was. I mean, unless somebody polished it right off, I can't imagine that it was silver and those were gold. Can you? I cannot. And I've never seen this type of chain on a vintage piece. Well, not on a statement piece like that. Tell me what you guys think about that in the comments. What's your experience with that? Looking, the chains that hold it up. If you've seen that snail chain on a vintage piece. So that one, sadly, is not really viable for sale. I am going to keep that one and see if I can't do anything with it, because I like to play with stuff like that on occasion. Here is another paparazzi, I'm sure. That's pretty. These stones look like they're all in good shape. Let's get them a little wiped down. Now, these are ones that I've never seen, so these may be the newer line that they're coming out with. That's beautiful, though. Look at the sparkle in that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Really pretty. It's almost like a golden green, and you catch some pinks. That's beautiful. That is an absolutely beautiful rhinestone. And this one almost has some bubbles in it, like lava. I like this piece a lot. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, the chain is cheap as hell, but who cares? Look at that. That is beautiful. I'm going to look this one up and see if it's paparazzi or what it is. I mean, it's going to be something, but I just want to find out about those rhinestones. They're pretty. All right, one more. Let's see if we can find something that's not paparazzi to go out with here. What is this? That's tangled. I don't have that in me. I don't have it in me right now to untangle that. What's over here? Oh. Okay, we got another one. Huh. And it's equally as tangled as the other. All right, I can't win for losing here, folks, with the tangles. This is going to take some serious sit down, be patient, and untangle time. So, I have the perfect thing to leave you with. Oh my God, creepy baby. Wow, wow. It's creepy baby. Creepy baby, you're so dirty. What should we name creepy baby? Give him comment in the comments and let me know what you think we should name creepy baby. It actually says something on it. I don't think she's 14 karat gold. Probably. Wow, it was important enough to put manufacturing information on this tiny little baby. That is pretty funny. Well, she is going to live with Amber Fieldmouse, I think. She's going to be a creepy baby. Maybe we can put some clothes on her. All right. Well, thank you for coming. And if you had a good time, please consider subscribing if you've not done so already. Again, if you want to purchase anything, just shoot me an email at amberfieldmousejewelry@gmail.com. Send screenshots of the pieces or piece you're interested in, price I quoted. I'll send you an invoice and we'll get everything right out to you. I will wash my hands at some point this evening because yuck. And if you could please just leave me a comment, leave me a hello. Think about a name for creepy baby. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, bye-bye. I'm Creepy Baby, and I highly recommend that you enjoy all of your days of jewelry enjoyment and such and whatnot by subscribing to Amber Fieldmouse Jewelry